Sendhil Mullainathan is a professor of economics at Harvard University, and the author of Scarcity, Why Having Too Little Means So Much. He was hired with tenure by Harvard in 2004 after having spent 6 years at MIT. He is a recipient of a MacArthur Foundation Genius Grant, and conducts research on development economics, behavioral economics, and corporate finance. He is co-founder of Ideas 42, a non-profit organization that uses behavioral science to help solve social problems, and JPAL, the MIT Poverty Action Lab. He has made extensive academic contributions with including the National Bureau for Economic Research, and has also worked in government with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Early life and career: born in a small farming village in India, Mullainathan moved to the Los Angeles area at age 7. He received his B.A. in Computer Science, Mathematics, and Economics from Cornell University in 1993, and completed his Ph.D. in Economics from Harvard University 1993 to 1998. Research contributions: Professor Mullainathan has made substantial contributions to the field of behavioral economics. He has also made innovative additions to the literature on development topics, such as discrimination, corruption, and corporate governance. The 2013 piece OE Poverty Impedes Cognitive Function, published in Science magazine, compared FAMESA unregistered trademark performance on intelligence tests in the bleak and stressful days before harvest, to the period of abundance following the sale of produce. Remarkably, the same farmer shows diminished cognitive performance before harvest, when poor, as compared with after harvest, when rich. The controlled study found that the stress associated with poverty impeded other behaviors. As a research associate with NBER, he produced numerous papers that link behavioral science and economics. The 2002 paper, OE Do Cigarette Taxes Make Smokers Happier, written together with Jonathan Gruber, found an improvement in smokers' unregistered trademark psychological state when cigarette taxes were hiked to provide disincentive to buy cigarettes. A December 2007 paper studies corruption in obtaining driving licenses in Delhi, India. On the average, individuals pay about twice the official amount to obtain a license, and very few take the legally required driving test, resulting in many unqualified yet licensed drivers. The magnitude of distortions in the allocation of licenses increases with citizens unregistered trademark willing to pay for licenses. These results support the view that corruption does not merely reflect transfers from citizens to bureaucrats but that it distorts allocation. The paper also shows that partial anti-corruption measures have only a limited impact because players in this system adapt to the new environment. Specifically, a ban on agents at one regional transport office is associated with a high percentage of unqualified drivers overcoming the residency requirement and obtaining licenses at other license offices. The 2004 study utilized a simple technique to measure labor market discrimination: switch the names at the top of resumes. Controlling 4 other factors, Mullainathan and his co-authors found that applications with African Americans sounding names attain 50% fewer callbacks. The experiment provides convincing evidence of implicit discrimination in hiring practices. In collaboration with Marianne Bertrand, Mullainathan published a series of papers scrutinizing executive compensation. The studies explain that increasing financial reward for CEO performance is a more complicated matter than incentive. Factors may enable CEOs to gain from luck, manipulating committees, and decreased sector competition. Selected bibliography. Books Mullainathan, Sendhil. Kling, Jeffrey R. Congdon, William J. Policy and Choice, Public Finance Through the Lens of Behavioral Economics. Washington, Brookings Institution Press. ISBN 9780815722588. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Shaffer, Eldar. Scarcity, Why Having Too Little Means So Much. London, England, Allen Lane, an imprint of Penguin Books. ISBN 978184614343458. Journal articles Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Lutner, OFP Network Effects and Welfare Cultures. The Quarterly Journal of Economics 115, 1019 €1055. doi, 10.1162/00335530055497. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Agents with and Without Principles. American Economic Review 90, 203 €208 doi, 10.1257/N90.2.203. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Are CEOs rewarded for luck? The ones without principles are. The Quarterly Journal of Economics 116, 901 €932 doi, 10.16200335530152466269. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Are Emily and Greg more employable than Lakeisha and Jamal? A Field Experiment on Labor Market Discrimination. American Economic Review 94, 991 €1013. doi, 10.1257/0002828042002561. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Jankov, Simeon. Hannah, Rima. Obtaining a driver's license in India, an experimental approach to studying corruption. The Quarterly Journal of Economics 122, 1639 €1676. doi, 10.1162/QJEC. 2007.122.4.1639. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Shaffer, Eldar. Carlin, Dean. Zinman, Jonathan. What's Advertising Content Worth? Evidence from a Consumer Credit Marketing Field Experiment. The Quarterly Journal of Economics 125, 263 €306 doi, 10.1162/QJEC. 2010.125.1.263. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Shaffer, Eldar. Mani, Anandi. Tsor, Ying. Poverty Impedes Cognitive Function. Science 341, 976 €980 doi, 10.1126/Science 1,238,041. PMID 23,990,553. Papers Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Is there discretion in wage setting? A test using takeover legislation. NBER Working Paper 6807. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Executive Compensation and Incentives: The Impact of Takeover Legislation. NBER Working Paper 6830. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Miller, Douglas. Public Policy and Extended Families, Evidence from South Africa. NBER Working Paper 7594. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Gruber, Jonathan. Do cigarette taxes make smokers happier? NBER Working Paper 8872. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Bertrand, Marianne. Profitable investments or dissipated cash? Evidence on the investment cash flow relationship from oil and gas lease bidding. NBER Working Paper 11126. Mullainathan, Sendhil. Banerjee, Abhijit. The Shape of Temptation, Implications for the Economic Lives of the Poor. NBER Working Paper 15973. References. External links: Harvard faculty webpage, Scarcity, Why Having Too Little Means So Much, The Mistake Busy People Make, The Mental Strain of Making Do with Less, When a Copay Gets in the Way of Health, Poverty Impedes Cognitive Function, List of working papers online, TED India Talk, Ideas 42, Mullainathan's Twitter account.